A single plate sits before you, holding your only meal for the next 24 hours. Your stomach growls, yet inside, a hidden biological clock just flipped a switch that could rewrite your health. Most people fear this hunger, but they don't realize their cells are actually beginning to eat the literal trash inside them. What if this 1-hour feast is actually the secret to biological immortality? Drop a comment below letting me know which city you're watching from today. Let's peel back the skin and see the violent, beautiful transformation happening beneath your surface. The moment that first forkful hits your tongue, your pancreas goes into overdrive. It floods your veins with insulin, acting like a frantic doorman opening every cellular lock to shove energy inside. This isn't just eating, it's a massive tactical resupply for your entire system. While your tongue enjoys the flavor, your liver is desperately stuffing glucose into storage crates called glycogen. Because you haven't eaten since yesterday, these crates were completely empty. Now, they're being slammed shut with enough fuel to keep your heart beating and brain thinking for the next half day. But there's a catch to this sudden flood of calories. Your core temperature begins to climb as your gut burns massive energy just to break down the sheer volume of protein and fat you've consumed. It's a heavy workload for your stomach, which stretches until the vagus nerve screams stop to your brain. This physical pressure is the first signal of the absorptive state. For the next 4 hours, your body is a construction site, building new tissues and restocking every shelf. But as the clock ticks past hour 6, the supply chain dries up. The easy energy is gone. Most people reach for a snack right now, but you aren't most people. You are about to force your biology to do something it hasn't done since the Stone Age. That hunger pang isn't a sign of weakness. It's the sound of your internal engine shifting gears. This transition feels like a minor annoyance, but what happens when your liver finally runs out of its backup battery will change your DNA forever. By hour 12, your liver glycogen, that backup battery, is flashing red. Your body is officially out of sugar, and your brain starts to panic, sending waves of hunger hormones to make you cave. If you can ignore that scream, something miraculous happens. The metabolic switch flips. Suddenly, your system stops looking for bread and starts looking at your belly fat. It breaks down those stubborn fat cells into molecules called ketones, which are like high-octane rocket fuel for your mind. If you're enjoying this deep dive into your biology, hit that subscribe button to join our tribe of curious minds. While you're working or sleeping, these ketones are crossing into your brain, providing a level of focus that sugar simply cannot match. You aren't just losing weight, you are sharpening your cognitive edge. To protect your muscles from being burned for fuel, your brain triggers a massive surge of growth hormone. This is your body's way of saying, we need to keep this human strong so they can find food. This hormonal shift is a masterclass in human evolution. When insulin is low, human growth hormone can skyrocket by as much as 5-fold. This isn't just about vanity. HI is a powerful protector of lean tissue. It ensures that while your body scavenges for energy, it leaves your hard-earned muscle intact, opting instead to melt away the visceral fat surrounding your organs. As the ketones circulate, they do more than just provide energy, they act as signaling molecules. They tell your cells to increase the production of BDNF and derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your brain. It helps repair damaged neurons and encourages the growth of new ones, explaining that sudden eagle-eyed clarity you feel deep into a fast. You aren't just surviving a lack of food, your biology is optimizing itself for the hunt, even if your only hunt is a morning spreadsheet or a creative project. It's an ancient survival program that modern life has almost deleted. Our ancestors didn't have refrigerators, they had metabolic flexibility. You're now entering a state of high efficiency where every breath burns fat and every thought is clearer. You are tapping into a reservoir of energy that most people carry around but never actually use. However, the real magic isn't just about burning fat for fuel. The weight loss is impressive, but at hour 18, your cells stop just burning fuel and start performing a deep, microscopic surgery on themselves. You are moving from a state of simple fat loss into a state of cellular regeneration that will fundamentally change the age of your tissues. This is the climax of the OMAD journey, autophagy. Think of it as a specialized recycling crew that only shows up when the factory is closed. Because your digestive system is totally silent, your body finally has the resources to look at its own broken parts. It finds old, malformed proteins and tired mitochondria that have been dragging you down for years. Instead of letting them sit there and cause inflammation, your cells literally eat them. They disassemble the trash and turn it into fresh, brand new cellular components. This is the closest thing science has found to a literal fountain of youth. You are essentially refurbishing your organs from the inside out while you sit on your couch. Inflammation levels, the root of almost every modern disease, begin to plummet. Your immune system, no longer distracted by processing food, goes on a high-level patrol to find and neutralize threats. This is why many people on this path report that their skin clears up and their joint pain vanishes. You aren't just not eating, you are undergoing a systemic reset. Your insulin sensitivity is now so high that your body has become a metabolic masterpiece. But what is actually happening at a microscopic level during this self-eating process? When you hit the 18 to 24-hour mark, your nutrient-sensing pathways, like mTOR, shut down. This acts as a biological green light for lysosomes, tiny sacs of acid within your cells, to go hunting. They hunt for the zombie cells that contribute to aging and disease. By breaking these down, your body creates a pool of raw materials that it uses to build stronger, more resilient structures once you eventually eat again. This internal renovation doesn't just stop at your muscles or skin, it reaches deep into your brain. Autophagy helps clear out amyloid plaques, the protein clumps associated with cognitive decline. You are literally scrubbing your neurons clean. The mental fog that plagues most people disappears because your brain is finally running on clean, recycled energy. However, you can't stay in this state forever, or the repairman starts taking down the walls of the house. If fasting continues too long without a break, the body moves from recycling trash to breaking down essential muscle tissue and vital proteins. This is the law of diminishing returns. The goal is a controlled burn, not a total demolition. You've reached the peak of health during these final hours of the fast, but there is a hidden danger in this cycle that could ruin your progress if you don't handle the final hour correctly. Most people think the hard part is the fasting, but the real risk lies in the first bite. If you overwhelm your system now, you risk a metabolic shock that can undo all the delicate repair work your body just performed. As you approach the 24th hour, your body is at its cleanest but also its most sensitive. The fast must end, but how you end it determines if you keep those benefits. If you slam your system with junk food now, you'll cause a hormonal car crash that leaves you exhausted. Your microbiome has shifted during this silence growing beneficial bacteria that love the rest period. They are waiting for high-quality fiber and nutrients to thrive. This resolution of the fast is about rebuilding what you just cleaned. You've successfully navigated a day of total internal transformation. From the first insulin spike to the deep cellular recycling of autophagy, you've proven that your body is a survival machine. The hunger wasn't an enemy, it was the signal for your internal doctor to start the surgery. Now, as the plate sits before you again, you realize you aren't just eating for taste anymore. You are fueling a system that you just spent 23 hours perfecting. There is one specific food you should never use to break this fast, or you'll undo all that cellular repair. Watch this video next to see exactly what to eat for your one meal to maximize your results. One click could save your progress.